SmallTALK.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Make sure that's on so it doesn't interrupt. Okay. I can edit whenever. Y'all ready for me to mess this up? Okay.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
No pressure.
Well, all right. Let me rewind that back. What's up, y'all? We're here with another episode of Small Talk, where we have two queens. Today, we have two kings. We have Mike and Keenan with us from Millennial versus the World podcast. I'm so excited to have y'all here today. Asia, what are we getting into?
All right, y'all. So today we are going to get into, I think it's an important topic, right? To just clarify a couple things. So we're going to talk about the friend zone. The friend zone. So before, I'm not even going to throw my 2 cents in there yet. I want to hear from y'all. So to the kings in the room, to the kings in the space.
We appreciate
What is the friend zone? What is that?
So you already know I'm gonna go there. So
Go ahead.
Mike, Keenan, I want to be responsible for everything I say right now. You understand what I'm saying? Can we agree? Can we agree on real quick, Brittany and Asia? Can we agree on one thing? There's 2 different friend zones. There's a friend zone where I'm putting you in the friend zone because I like you and we're going to wait to see what you're about.
Whole status.
And you feel what I'm saying? And then there's another
Uh-huh.
friend zone where like I really don't like you like that, so I got a friend zone.
Right. Only because
Okay.
I don't want to totally dismiss you. I'm gonna call it the friend zone.
Facts.
Right.
So the thing about the friend zone is this. It depends on where you at in life. Certain points in my life, the friend zone was cool because I don't have no responsibilities about what I'm supposed to do, where I'm supposed to be at, who I got to answer to, things of that nature. Now, that's probably when I was 18, 19, 20. But when you get older, the friend zone is more like, I think that when you get maturity-wise, when you mature, you should probably be in the friend zone the first 60 days. Just to see how 60 days to see how somebody move, to see how they doing, to see what you're going to be responsible for. Because let's be real about this: while you're in the friend zone as a dude, women are looking at like, how does he move? If I text him, how long it taking him to text back? Does he hit me back every day to say like, yo, I'm interested in this?
A trial period.
Absolutely, hands down. And the reason why I say that is, think about the word friend. Friends can fall out. Friends can stop talking. Friends can do all that. And it's no harm, no foul. But the second you say girlfriend, boyfriend, that takes on a different responsibility of friend. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, bro. Like,
Okay, so I'll give you the perspective of how it felt for me to be in the friend zone, right?
oh God.
Okay. Talk about it.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Being 18, 19, 20, 21, single, having fun in college, I believe that the friend zone is where I thrived, right? Because ultimately the initial intent is where it decided where I wanted to be anyway. If I was approaching you to become completely serious with you, then the friend zone may not be for me, right? But if I was approaching you, entertaining 3 or 4 other situations, then the friend zone.
Hold on, 3 or 4?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
5 or 6 other
God
situations.
almighty.
Then the friend zone became a place for me to buy time.
3 or
If
4?
5 or 6, 7.
No,
or
he
8.
said 5 or 6, 7,
He said,
8.
yeah.
He's going up.
I was gonna be honest. You want to be honest?
Hey, make sure they know that's Mike saying that though.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put that on me. That's Mike.
Right. So the friend zone in that period of my life, and we talking Earth 99, right?
99.
That period of my life became a place where I was developing the relationship from a friendly perspective, but also, competitive analysis, competitive intel, right? I want to see how also she's moving. What would intrigue her? What actions should I take to become less friend zone worthy, and more boyfriend worthy? I think the friend zone, if used appropriately, can benefit a lot of men, right?
But hold on, bro. So you've been in the friend zone. Are you okay with you not being the only participant in the friend zone once you get friend zone at that time?
And that goes back to the initial point of what was my intentions initially.
Okay.
Are we talking about permanent party, or are we talking about me just attracted and I want to know, gain intel, right?
That's a fact.
If I'm all in from the jump, then friend zone would turn me off.
So this is what I'm dying to know. Asia, what is the friend zone? Brittany, what is the friend zone? We gave you our spiel. I'm waiting on this. What is the friend zone?
We let y'all get it out. Go ahead, Asia.
Okay, so first of all, I realized in this conversation that I feel like the male version of a friend zone is very different, in my opinion, than a female version. So like for me, if we're talking, right? That means I want to get to know you. In my mind, you're not in the friend zone, right? We're talking because I'm interested. In my mind, right? And this might be just me, Britt. So I'm not going. This is Asia speaking, y'all.
Okay, I got you.
I got you. Keep
yeah.
But for me, it's like in my mind, if I'm feeling you, we done skipped friend zone. You're my man. You might not know it yet, but in my mind, it's like we're getting there. So in my mind, I'm gaining intel, as y'all are saying, like during this whole talking phase. But I'm expecting, all right, well, but he gonna hit me up every day, right? Oh, but he's gonna.
But he's not friend zone yet. While y'all talking though.
No. For me, friend zone is like an after thing, or it's when I realize there's no chance. So for me, if there is no waiting period, this gaining intel. No, if you're friend zone, from my perspective, that means you're not getting out of that box. Like like you're in that box, you're there. There's no.
So he's a lame from the beginning.
Oh, right, from the beginning. Or we talked, we've tried it out. I'm not feeling it, so now you're in the friend zone, and that's where you will be.
Got you. Absolute respect. Absolute respect.
Same thing. Like she said it all. It's an after effect for women, I feel like, because listen, I'm huge on vibes, huge on connection, huge on energy, right? So when I first meet you, if there's a certain energy that makes me interested in you, that makes me want to go out on a date, continue to talk to you, whatever it is, right? If we get to point 2 and it's like, nah, you're friend zone. You might not know it, but I will slowly start to curve you to make sure that you know that this ain't going nowhere, sir. And that's when I place you there. It's not for me to get to know you, to put you there. It's more so like, okay, we tried it. This ain't for me, but you still you're sniffing yourself a little bit. And I'm gonna have to put you in the friend zone.
I have a question about, I absolutely understand everything y'all saying. I appreciate that insight. So is the friend zone a like segue to being cut off in the way y'all explaining it?
It can be. It can be, because you don't necessarily have to cut people off, right? Because there's people that I've dated that I wish that I would have left in the friend zone because they are genuinely good friends to me, and we're not compatible as a couple. So like it depends on the person and who they are, because some people they just don't fit the puzzle, and it's like, bro, you gotta go. Like, I'm so sorry that you wasted your time. So I guess it depends on the person. I don't necessarily have to cut you off. We could really be friends if you switch gears in your mind.
Gotcha.
See, I think for me, something that you said earlier, I think is the reason why for me sometimes I do have to end up like cutting somebody off, right? Because in my mind, the friend zone is I have already made a decision, right? That hey, this is not going to work out in this way. But from the male perspective, you might be thinking like, but I'm feeling shorty. I'm just trying to figure out, right? How I'm going to finagle into getting out of the friend zone into, you know what I'm saying? Into this next space.
That's a fact.
So when the conversation happens where it's like, let's say you're ready, right? To get out the friend zone, you've gained the intel. You're like, yes, I'm vibing. And then I'm on the other hand, like, yeah, no, definitely friend zone, not seeing where this is going. Now there's a conflict there. So now I'm like, yeah, great dude. He could be my friend, and he's like, I don't want to just be your friend.
So I gotta ask this. Oh, you want to go ahead? Go ahead, bro.
I think being that we laid out our expectations, we highlighted the main point is that we view the friend zones differently, right?
Yeah.
Mine is I guess attack. And you guys have already and you guys have already made your decision, and we would call that cut off already.
That's a fact.
Yeah, right. We wouldn't call that friend zone.
Okay.
I think that's this is why we have to have these conversations.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
I wouldn't consider if I've already like got my intel and shot my shot and went on dates and the vibe wasn't right, and I know that she's not feeling me, I would bow out of that situation. that wouldn't be friend zone to me. I wouldn't allow myself.
But my
to be in
thing
that
is
situation.
though, to both of y'all though, to what you just said and what she just said, is there a conversation that takes place when you get friend zone? Because what I'm feeling like, okay, so can we just make a common like knowledge statement real quick?
Sure.
Women are like light years ahead of dudes thinking wise. Like, can we just, okay, so we agree on that. So what I'm saying is when I'm about to get friend zone, hypothetically speaking, Earth 99, when I'm about to get friend zone, you knew I was friend zone and like a word. When you gave me your number, you like friend zone is a possibility. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So dating further than that is a possibility. Then like friend zone is a possibility. When you realize that the friend zone possibility is way greater than the dating joint, is that a conversation or you gonna just start curving me where I gotta realize like, dag, bro, I sent a text, she ain't say nothing back. Let me send it again 3 hours later.
And she read it.
And she read it. Right. I gotta say.
I mean, that's common sense. I'm not gonna have that conversation with you. Like, I'm gonna curve you. I'm just
out. I got you. What is common about that? I got a question.
Go ahead.
Brittany, you wrong. Absolutely. Let me tell you why. Let me just say why. You gave me your number.
Right.
What do you mean that's common sense? Why would you give somebody a number that you can't see yourself dating?
Okay, but I gave you my number with the intention of a possibility, right? I didn't say that I was going to friend zone you from the beginning. But as conversations start going, you should see those sparks starting to like disseminate into thin air. Like, that's just common sense. If you not... Exactly.
Agreed. So if you texting me back, what vibe am I picking up on?
I'm not texting you back, sir. That's it.
Oh no, yeah. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's That's stalker status. If you not texting back and he's still going, no, we're not talking about that.
Or you can have that conversation. So like, I don't want to say I'm not gonna text you back, because if you did, let's say you really went on a date, you kind of forced yourself through it, whatever. He might have been feeling it a totally different way than you were. Right? And y'all continue to text, At some point, if I feel like he's still pushing for something and I'm not feeling it, I'll let you know, like, yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really feeling this. I'm gonna have to walk away. It depends on the dude, because some dudes don't deserve that much.
That's a fact.
So what she's saying is sometimes we're simply not smart enough to pick up on the hints.
That's a fact.
I agree.
And additionally, she's saying like, if you a stand-up guy and you actually a good dude, but I really don't like the vibe you bringing, it's just not me. Like, I'll tell you. But if you just like, remember the dirt bag we talked about last week, right? And I don't like dirt bags, you're getting cut off. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Like, if a dude is good, you'll tell him like, okay, like, cool. I do.
Totally understand.
Asia, I didn't hear you say if you having a conversation, but I heard Brittany. I didn't hear you say
I'll let you know. So I think for me, it also depends, but I'm very upfront from jump, right? So if I already feel that in my mind you are more of a friend for me, like, I say that, like, hey, just to let you know, like, we're cool. And I do that, like, hey, we're cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could kick it, but I just want you to know where I'm coming from, right? So I'm not looking for a relationship out of this. So I have those conversations now. I will still, because I've already said that, I'm still texting you, because in my mind, you know that I think we're cool, right? Yeah, we could still kick it because I've already expressed that we're cool now. Right. If I start to realize and you start to do things that for you, because you're still like, all right, well, she still hit me up. Okay, well, she told me that we cool, but she's still coming around. So now at that point, now I have to have that conversation of like, hey,
can I ask you something?
What's up, Ken?
When that happens, can he work himself out of the friend zone, or is the friend zone a permanent position?
In my mind,
like that, Brittany. Why you sit back and think about that like that?
She sat back like,
in my mind, for real.
Go ahead.
No, you are my friend. You are my friend, and it's because. But here's the thing. But wouldn't you rather, like, if I'm saying, and I guess honestly, part of it I think is like an ego thing, because if I told you from jump, hey, this is where I am, this is how I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You're right.
That's a fact.
Then don't sit up here and be like, oh well, I mean, because as soon as I roll up in this, when I take her out here, it's gonna change her mind. No, it's not, sir. I already told you my intentions. Because I feel like dudes, like when dudes have that conversation with Shorty, right? I'm not ready for a relationship. And then Shorty keeps asking to become the girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Unless she continues, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. I feel like it's the same way for that. But I'm cool with being friends. So if I tell you like, hey, no, you're not gonna be my man, but I can still hit you up like, hey, you good? Like, you straight? You all right? I can do that and not feel away. If he feels away, please let me know. And I say that too. If you can't handle us being just friends, let me know. I'm okay with that.
They're able to see the value past.
But the level of maturity that's being displayed is like
Absolutely.
not normal.
Top notch.
Like, can we agree on one thing? Like, what, like 3 things? The level of maturity in this conversation is usually not the bar that's set between females and males. Like, the fact that we're able to articulate like what the friend zone is, how you get in it, how you get out of it. Like, a lot of dudes can't even articulate, like, they may say friend zone, but they don't understand what they did to get in it, even though you're not even pulling your weight to be outside the friend zone.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with everything you're saying.
Can I ask?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So has the friend zone ever been beneficial? Has any situation ever occurred where I guess things changed?
Walk heavy, Pastor.
Right. in a situation where the person that you friend zone is now someone of interest.
Yeah. So I was listening to Asia talk, and I feel that way, right? So I'm big on vibes. I'm big on putting you in the friend zone, right? But I've had a situation where it turned out to be something totally different. And I think the problem is that men try and jump the gun. When we put you in the friend zone, you try and like Asia said, roll up in the whatever, pick us up, thinking that that's going to change our mind. Like, nah, we already placed you there. But there's definitions to why you are placed in that friend zone. So if it's just the vibe and the chemistry and that's who you are, like your personality or something like that, that's not going to change. You have to be the one to change that. And if you're 30 years old, I'm 30. Oh, I just had a birthday. I'm 31. So
when your birthday?
October 16th.
October 3rd. That's what's up.
Wait, mine is October 21st.
Okay.
Is this
Mike, where you at? Where you at?
I'll be 30 in January.
You're where?
I'll be 30 in January.
Capricorn?
Okay.
Yes.
But are we all Libras? You out of the conversation, bro. Are we all Libras?
No, we vibe with Capricorns. In our last segment, I was giving a shout out to Capricorn.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
she gotta tell you that because you on right now. Go back and look at it. Like, Capricorn, you crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
No, but it's cool. I do think something can come out of it. Like in the long run, if you revisit it, I think as people we tend to grow. So like if you were to shoot that, I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I shot my shot with somebody and I friend zoned him, like legit friend zoned him for years.
Do you think he knew that he was friend zoned?
He knew. Oh, he couldn't have not known. Brittany is up front. I told you straight up, like, nah, bro, this ain't it. But I had different reasons for. Not only did I feel like he was not my type-ish at the time, but I was also in another situation, so I had to place him where he needed to be. Yeah. And then years down the line, boom, we got together, and it's been a vibe ever since. So
that's what's
I
up.
feel like
that was a whole lot of pimp talk. That's what's up. Like, go ahead, girl.
Long story short, like I approached him, and then I decided that I got you. I'm gonna put you over here.
But I think, hey, Mike, I think this though, the honesty and the way she just spit that is really key though. Like, if a woman tells you like, hey, I got this, that, I'm gonna spit it to you, and a dude can accept it, it's definitely not the woman. So I absolutely agree with how you handle that, Brandon. That's dope. And it took me I just turned 30 October 3rd. It probably took me to like 27 to like fully accept. Because honesty is one of those things that's like a good liquor. Like they say Douce is good, but it's still nasty when you taste it. But you got to accept the fact that that's considered good. So when somebody tells you something that's really honest, you got to be like, you know what? it don't taste the best, but it's good for me. Like you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah,
that honesty thing is really, really big in the friend zone stuff. So Brittany,
Yeah.
I think it's dope that you tell people like, yo, this is what it is. Because a lot of things get left up to question nowadays.
It's true. And so like Asia and I were having a conversation offline before we jumped on. Because we were, and it's funny, y'all started and you were like, so there's 2 definitions to friend zone. And I swear to God, Asia was like, there has to be 2 definitions to a friend zone from the male perspective.
That's a fact.
So I think when we were talking, we were saying how like you're in a situation where, first of all, we didn't believe or we didn't know how men usually put women in the friend zone. So y'all have already explained that. But I asked Asia, I was like, do you think that they put women in a friend zone out of fear of rejection? Like y'all are fearful of being rejected.
That's a good question, bro. You want to take that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take that.
All right.
Okay, hold on. Let me clarify. So you're talking about a situation where the woman approached us, or are we talking the dude approach us? The woman.
Yeah.
I think we probably do that more often, but we call it something else, right? Like I think we friend zone a lot of women that we're just not ready to commit to.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the definition of friend zone would apply to a lot of situations that men undertake that isn't your traditional like good guy, stand up guy behavior. But we don't want to call it friend zone because that's always attached to us. Like it's a negative stigma, behind friend zone.
Yeah.
Say, I'm getting myself together. Things ain't right now. I think that both of us are like doing our thing. We spreading our wings, and I think dudes probably put women in the friend zone more than women.
Really?
Yeah, but ours isn't as purposeful. We do it out of a sense of greed, if that makes sense.
So do you feel like, do you let women know when you
friend zone them? Do they know?
No. I'm gonna take the immaturity card on this one. I'm gonna say that typically when we do it, it's only because we want to see what's out there. We still want to, maneuver as if we haven't found something that's, intriguing to us and that we know that's solid. You not agreeing with me?
No, you just giving game away. Go ahead.
That's why I'm like, keep on talking, Mike. Keep on talking because we want to know. Right? Where's my notebook?
New version of the friend zone is something that we gotta tackle that too. Like we gotta attack it. Like I know I've done it a lot in my short history. Oh, okay, go ahead.
So wait, hold on, because now I'm gonna dive into the playbook just a little bit, okay? I ain't gonna ask y'all for too much.
Our friend zone play?
Do you put people in the friend zone, or do you put women in the friend zone just to hit it and quit it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Here y'all have it.
Okay, honesty,
From the man's mouth.
Ladies, y'all hear this?
I got a real question that we're gonna go there real quick, and then we're gonna hop in, then we're gonna hop out. We're gonna hop in, then we're gonna hop out.
Okay.
All right.
First of all, we're not as honest as y'all as far as putting them in the friend zone.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you know how you remember, I forgot who said it earlier, that was like, hey, like, I'm not ready for a relationship, and then women keep trying it. Mm-hmm. That is our defense mechanism to when stuff gets real after, grown folks do what grown folks do. Yeah. That's our defense mechanism to friend zone. Like, oh, whoa. Yeah. I told you I wasn't here for this.
Yeah.
Because this is my thing. Are we wrong? Whose fault is it if we told you we don't want this relationship, and then grown folks do what grown folks do, and you start liking the guy, or whoever starts liking the guy, who's actually at fault in that situation? Because that's not talked about a lot. If I put up front, no lie, like, hey, look, this is not what I'm doing. We doing this, that, and the third. Woody whoop whoop. I don't want a relationship, and then we start doing what we're doing. Shout out to Jada, entanglement. And then you feel me? And then what happens is,
we got a trademark of that hand
You know what I'm saying? and then when this start happening right here, who's actually wrong? Because I told you I ain't want a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And this coming from a guy. I got friend zoned by my wife.
Before y'all respond, you got friend zoned by your wife?
Oh my God, did I?
Do y'all want
the first friend zone though?
Do y'all want to respond to that, or y'all want him to explain stuff?
I mean, I'm going to admit and say, because I've been there. If a man tells you something, understand that. When you start dipping in the bedroom, then you have to understand what's going to come after that. And you have to like be able to control your emotions. If you don't, and women have a hard time separating like those emotions, like catching feelings or whatever, that's your fault, sweetheart, because he told you already. So like, you can't get mad at him. Yeah, you can feel some type of way. We all gonna feel some type of way, but you can't get mad at him because the ground rules were like laid already and you still decided to lay in the bed. You can't, we talked about having WAP or whatever it is. That's not gonna change a man's mindset. Like,
right.
Let me say this though. A lot of times in reality, that is associated with love, and it's really not. Mm-hmm. Like this, what grown folks do is associated with loving that person, and that really has no association. Even though I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, that shouldn't be associated with love. What I'm saying that in reality is not associated with love. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing that I think guys lie about a lot. Hold on.
You gonna give away game after you just criticize me about
that? Well, look, you gave away some game, Mike. Let Keenan gotta give it a little something.
Yeah, cause what you got on camera? It's all right. Look. So what I'm saying is this: dudes are lying if they're saying they don't have some type of. I'm not telling the level of emotional connection when that happens. If it ain't like a whole bunch of alcohol involved, whatever involved, that may not have none. But on some like we've been talking for more than 2-3 weeks and something, there's some type of emotion involved. Because if you text my phone and I look and you say, hey, how you doing? And I think like, you know what? Hey, how are you doing? That provokes an emotion in me to say like, yo, how's she doing? Yeah. So dudes don't honestly, they're not honest about that notion. But the thing I'm saying is the level of connection we may have to do that is a lot lower than the level of connection a woman may have to do that action. You see what I'm saying? That's where the confusion comes in. Because we're not that emotionally attached to it. We're a little attached, but not to the point where it's wrecking lives.
We are, I guess, attached enough to fight over.
What a dude in love, they in love. When a dude in love, they in love. They be capping about friend zone, no friend zone.
My marriage is a product of the friend zone as well.
I can't hear you. Say that again?
Yeah, say that again.
Is the product of the friend zone as well.
Yeah, same.
Wow. So, okay, well.
Same.
Okay, well, I'm not married, and maybe I should get in a friend zone.
Let me say this, but you got to do the friend zone, because when I got friend zone, I was like low key, like, let me understand something about women. So I said, I'm gonna go there now. I'm gonna go there.
Okay, tread lightly.
All right, come on.
Hey, this is Keenan, K.Mims. You feel me? I'm going there. This is what I'm saying about the thing about the friend zone from a woman. It's so freaking strategic. It doesn't make sense. So, like, I got friend zone because it was like, you're not going to hold me responsible for what I am actually doing. I'm out here having fun. But in the very same note, I want to see how hard you try. Yeah. I won out. I've been with my wife for 11 years. We've been married for 7. So I won out in that case. You feel me? But let me tell you, I did not like meeting such and such. This is my friend Keenan. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We get it. They walk away. I'm like, hey, man, how long I'm going to be a friend? You my friend, right? Are you my boyfriend? She's sunning me in private, sunning me, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I like you, so I'm not even going to go there. But the thing is, I'm going to be really real. Her friend zone was honest. She was probably in the friend zone too, but I wasn't telling her, like, if I saw that situation coming that she said, I was like, hey, we should take this way. It's probably shorter to go this way. Let's go ahead and curve that over here. We're not going to do all this introduction because, again, women are smarter. They pick up. If a dude introduced his lady to an ex or a friend with vibes, she's gonna say to her girls, I met this joke over here, and their vibe was a little different than friends.
Right. Very true.
You know what I'm saying? So dudes are not gonna say that friend zone thing too heavy, because if I introduce you and say this is my friend Brittany, and I let them interlock eyes, I just lost, because they just figured out everything that's going on in the situation. I'm just saying though, I'm being real. Like they figured out everything. So I think my friend zone was more like, I don't want to tell you I like you yet, but I want you to keep going. So if I wasn't mature enough to understand, like, this is the thing in my situation, I was friend zone, but you was chilling with me every night. We was watching movies. You were being seen in public holding hands. We was going to dinner together. So I'm like, I'm friend zone, but obviously,
if you weren't stupid, you know, if you were stupid, you would have like dismissed it.
You would believe the Keenan's my friend. But I'm friend zone, but we holding hands. We in public. We going to dinner. So the friend zone thing.
That's a math degree, boy.
I'm just saying, I calculate that. You take the derivative of the friend zone and you end up with marriage. You know what I'm saying?
It's there's like a little black book, I like to call it, or not putting all your eggs in one basket, because my husband too, he was the person I was talking about earlier, that was him. And then years later, we tried it again, and he was friend zone. And best believe, if you're watching this, Mike, I'm so sorry you have to hear this. But there was a little black book that I had, and it was in rotation. And those are people that I had.
So you was a pimp in your past life?
No, I wouldn't say pimp. I said I was entertained.
Entertaining.
Right? I kept it.
MIP. Business Kid made a song about her.
For pure entertainment. That's what it was for.
Respect.
And it wasn't even on some like sexual or dating type things. It was just, you genuinely had like people that you can get entertainment from. And I just feel like at some point, these people, it's like levels, right? You have certain people in certain spots in the friend zone. And just like you said, Ken, it was strategically planned. Like, we would go on dates. We would kiss in public, do all that stuff. But I kept him in the friend zone till I saw his consistency and where his mind was at. And then I'm like, let me move you up a notch. And slowly we became exclusive, and here we are today. So there's a plan. It's strategic.
That's so beautiful.
Friend zone is tiered.
Absolutely.
It's tiered.
No. Let me say this.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever become a best friend, you have no chance. If they say best friend, that's like negative. That's negative. Okay. If she say, hey, this is my best friend, such and such, that means she was sleep in the bed with you and not do anything. That's terrible. Yeah. You're not going there. Thank you. Hey, both of them saying, yeah. Hey, look, that's all I'm saying. I think
it's true, but
which part is true?
I think the part that's true is, if you're best friends, right, then it's like, all right, you don't have a chance. But I think the reason why, because like, so for instance, one of my closest guy friends, like, we could sleep in the bed together and like nothing, right? But I think it's because when we first became friends, like in the very, very beginning, when we first met each other, it was like, are we talking? Could this be something? Maybe it can't, right? And so when that happened, it was mutual, where we were like, yo, we're both, I guess we friend zoned each other, right? Because it was kind of like, we're flirting. No, but that's not it, right? Like, that's not right. So then, and that was legit maybe, and then it transitioned, and to this day, for real, that is my boy, like, nothing, right?
So,
he's respectful.
Can I ask something?
He is. He really is.
But Asia, I need to ask, like, can I ask like 3.5 questions just in case?
3.5.
3.5. So
3 and a possible. 3 and a possible.
3 and a P. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going 7. We locking the board up. All right. So what I'm saying is so no physical, not this, but no physical interaction ever happened, like kissing, anything.
No. All
right. So you can be introduced, and he can be introduced to anybody you're dating as your friend.
Everyone that I've dated since I've met him. So we've been friends for 5 years. Okay. So anybody that I was in a relationship with, like, you know, since then, they all know. Because one of the first questions I ask when I'm in a relationship is like, all right, who are your female friends? Mm-hmm. I will tell you my male friends. And his name comes up every time.
Was that an S?
Huh?
Was that an S on friends? Male friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. See, listen, we're gonna have a part 2.
No. I'm joking. Go ahead. You ask two of your female friends. I can say my male friend. I'm joking. But I'm joking.
No, but and even with that, right? So I have a male like childhood best friend, right? So we've been best friends since we were in the 7th grade, right? And then this friend that I'm speaking of now. But every time I say it up front, you know, this is my homeboy, like this is my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. And they can converse if they want to, they can chat. Like
I think the thing that makes that completely understandable is that you said it from the beginning. So I really honestly, from a real place, I can't disagree with that, because I had a female best friend, and when my wife met me, she met her, and her and my wife became best friends. And my wife had a male best friend, which is so ironic that me and him are now best friends, and I met him through her. But the thing I guess that resonates with me is that you're saying that from the beginning it was no like.
No shady business.
Yeah, like it's not like
assumptions.
You know what I'm saying? My female best friend was named Jazz. It was no like, hey, I'm with Jazz, but you've never met her. It's like you've had that, you've met her before, y'all talk, y'all can text, whatever the case may be. So I agree with that.
Oh yeah.
How about you, Miss Brittany? Can male and female friends?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes and leave it at that. Yes, I do. So we talked about this. I think we had a pod on this, Asia, about like, nah, that's just a homie.
See, no, that's pimp talk. Let's go back to that's pimp talk.
No, it's really not. It's why am I the pimp?
Put on a white tee.
Like don't call me the. Let me tell you what it says. Homie means
that means something else.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
It really doesn't.
What does homie mean to y'all?
Yeah.
That's friend zone derivative for attempted relationship, but it failed.
Yes. That's what homie means in God code. If my girl wife on Earth 98, girl wife say, yeah, this Mike, he my homie. Yeah. Homie.
So what? This is my friend. We definitely not using brother, because we know what that means, brother and sister. So what is it?
This is Mike. This is such and such. Such and such. This is Mike.
Yeah.
They ain't no titles or nothing.
The title gets iffy because everybody gonna
and let's be real. 98% of male and female relationships, two things that happen. Something 98%. Y'all may be in that 2%. No, let's say 92%. Y'all in the 8%. A woman, 92%. If a woman and male are female, if a woman and male are friends, then they either try something that didn't work out, or they're going to try something in the future. And
I agree with that. Thank
you. That's all I'm saying.
I have always actually said that, right? And here's the thing, because I don't think it always has to be like both people tried something together, right? It could legit be like dude approached shorty and shorty was like, no, right? Or shorty approached dude and he was like, maybe, yeah, no. And then they realized we don't want to friend zone each other, right? But like we're cool, like we're both dope people. We can coexist in the same space. And because that was so like, you know how people be like, that didn't even count? You know, like if you ask for dinner and I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then it's like, well, we don't even have to bring that up, right? Like we can legit be cool after that. So Keenan, I agree with that statement. I do.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
Nah, I guess I'm
the first time he's pounded me since we've been podcasting, just so y'all know. Ever. Like, bro, that's crazy, bro. It took all this just for me to get the pound, though. Yeah, you're right. But no, I absolutely agree with you. I just think with friend zones, let's say this. If a guy is confident in himself, he'll test the friend zone. If a guy is not confident, the friend zone will diminish what y'all have. If he's confident in what he do, okay, cool, friends. Because I think a smart guy knows that the fact that a woman tells you you're in the friend zone means that, like, let's see what you're about. And the friend zone don't cut off communication. Let's say that. You know what I mean? It doesn't. So if I'm confident in me, she opened the line. I might not text you for the next 30, 60 days. But like, yo, hey, what's going on? Hope everything is well. Let's catch lunch sometime. And you never know what vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because first impressions, back to what Brittany was saying, like vibes and first impressions can hold a lot of weight. And a lot of times, let's be real, like when you meet people, if I met y'all today and met another group of people tomorrow, they'll have a whole other perception of Keenan. Whether it's good or bad, it's not gonna be the same one that y'all got today. You feel me? So like that first date may be like, I'm not feeling this. And you let it ease over. You're like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You grab lunch and it's like, okay, maybe the first date wasn't all that. Let's try the third date and see what it is. So any dude that has confidence, they'll go in the friend zone comfortably and be like, okay, I'm friend zone. Let's see how this works. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, that's all I said at the beginning.
Because I got friends on all over my record. It's cool. That's all I'm
saying. I got one more question. Before we wrap this up, I'm going to ask y'all one more question.
Uh-oh.
If a man hits up a woman knowingly that, you know, she's in a relationship, whether she's married or with a boyfriend, is it still classified? Okay, I guess the question should be, why do men say, when a girl curves them, essentially, why is the next question, oh, you can't have friends?
You can't have friends.
Is that the same as like trying to be dipped into the friend zone? Like, sir, I already told you I'm in a relationship, so what do I need friends for?
It's gonna be difficult for us to answer that because we don't know the ansser to that because we would never do anything like that.
Yeah, once
right?
Yeah. That's a thing. That's a thing.
That's a hey, look, both of us married, both of us experience situations like that.
That's a fact.
Every now and then. I don't know. I guess society gave them that. I guess out like, oh, oh, he control you. You know, I guess they watched Ike and Tina. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I don't know where that came from. Maybe we need to do like some real research on where that idea of like you gotta have me as your male friend.
Yeah. And let's be real. Let's be real frank about this. If I meet Earth 98, you meet a woman, she's married, she's attractive and all that great stuff, right? I'm not trying to go to Bible study with you. So when I say let's be friends, obviously if you're attractive and I'm being real though, if you're attractive, like I'm not trying to be your friend. Let's be real. I'm not trying to be. I'm gonna say that, but I'm not trying to be your friend. Yeah. We ain't studying no Bible. Yeah. I tell you that much. That's all. But to Mike's point, I don't think that like societies allow men to think that like there's a such thing as no guy that you met somewhere in a flirtatious environment wants to be your friend. You know what I mean? Like a guy that becomes your friend, like the friend you just spoke of, Asia, like where y'all met at or how y'all met or the vibe when y'all met.
He can't walk up to you saying, I want to be friends with her.
That's all I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's not how that works. So guys is running game. Fellas, forgive me. I broke bro code. Y'all running game. That's what that is. Straight up. That's what it is, bro. It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm here for it. So I think it's so great, right, that we can all have different opinions, different perspectives, but also be in agreement on some things, right? So it's not, there are different perspectives when it comes to the male and female perspectives, but there's also some things that's like, we all understand, we all get it. So I think that's super dope. And this conversation has been amazing. I'm so happy that we were able to have y'all on today. Can y'all let folks know before we end, where can they find you? Like, how can they find y'all?
He always hand off me. Okay, so you can follow us at Millennials vs. the World _podcast. We drop every Monday and Wednesday. So first and foremost, thank you all for having us on, man. It's been a great experience.
Absolutely.
This is a super dope pod. But you can just follow us at Millennials vs. the World _podcast.
Amazing. So y'all heard it. Make sure y'all follow them. They are amazing. And this has been another episode of Small Talk, where we typically have 2 queens, but today we have 2 queens, 2 kings with 4 different perspectives. And we will catch y'all on the next episode. Take care. Bye.
All right now.